to make your acquaintance. My name is Mila Tandiwe. I'm a grade 7 learner at Batjha Primary School.
Management is a broad concept. In order to make things easier, we have divided these areas of control into minor areas that would be able for the managers to control, enhance efficiency. We have circulars from the department that deals with different management issues like curriculum, like policies, and of which these circulars, when we receive them from the department, we have to display them to all the educators so that they can have the first-hand information. Now, these circulars are stored according to their subject, and then so that we can have future reference for those circulars. And we also have those that come from internally in the school, where we inform teachers about some changes that are happening at school, or some notices regarding the meetings. And the other system is about the learner admissions. Towards the end of the current year, we admit learners for next year. And those that are already attending school here have been readmitted. And then we put structures in place like the admission policies, which are followed where learners are admitted according to that policy, not according to the preferences of the school, where the fees that need to be paid are also prescribed, and the code of conduct be issued to the parents so that they may know what is expected of the new learners when they come into the new school. We also have the system where we control the curriculum, because the core business of the school is to ensure the quality curriculum deliverance by all educators in classrooms. That real positive interactions between educators and the learners in the classroom is the core business of the school. Now, in that regard, we don't do things in our own creative way, but we follow the prescribed policies. We ensure that teachers got proper training and workshop so that they may know the aims and the scope of the content of the particular subject or learning area. As a system of control, the teachers hand their files, teachers' files, their portfolios and the learner books and portfolios, both formally and informally, to the HUDs to control. And there is a specific control form that has been designed for that purpose. Now the teacher will stamp in order to reflect to the teachers that he has seen and controlled the work. Parents are a very important aspect that needs to be included in all the educational decisions of the school. And as a result, we usually establish clear and proper contacts with the parents, where when we have some curriculum meetings, parents are invited in order to discuss with the teachers and reflect on how their learners has worked and find out the deficiencies and the ways that they can be used at home also to assist the learners to come into compliance with the expected standards. Especially in the family mathematics, which is an adventure that has just been introduced now by the University of the Free State.
Batjha Primary School is taking education very seriously. That is why we are having family math, whereby we train parents to come here at school. We give them the workshop so that when they go back at home, they can be able to help their children with the homework. Our kids are no longer facing difficulty, especially in math, because they used to see math as a threat to them. But after this family math, they are so cooperative, they are so active. So it makes a difference in their lives. For those who are not coping, we are having a remedial class in our school, whereby the teacher there is helping them to deal with their barriers in a very focused way.
And also, there are some projects that parents assist the school with voluntarily on their own. Now they help to clean the school premises, and they also help with the vegetable gardenings. Now they also assist the school with the cleaning of classes and the toilets, and the picking up of the papers that learners has littered during break time. Now, how do we inspire parents to be involved in school? It's because of the total functioning and performance of the school. Every time our school performs outstandingly with regard to the results of the learners, especially this ANA results, which has been written in September every year, we have never been underperforming. We have all the years that ANA has been introduced performing at the expected level. So parents become satisfied when the learners are attending such a proper functioning school. And that on its own is a motivational factor for the parents to come and assist the school wherever it is possible. About the school finances, as a Section 21 school, it means funds from the department are being allocated to the school on quarterly basis. And then the school then has the chances, the ability to use these funds, especially the SGB, which is its functional area, to use these funds on their own in order to meet the demands of the school.
To teach is to touch a life forever. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Before these funds are used, there is a budget that has to be thrown. Normally the budget is thrown at this time of the year, at this month, October every year for next year, and then it's submitted to the department before the end of the current year. Now, the school is not a fee-paying school. Parents are not paying any fees. And as well, the department is paying for each learner 100 Rand per year for each learner, all the learners at school. And then to augment the finances of the schools, there are projects that are held and organized by the educators themselves and the SGBs, like fundraising projects.
Actually, I look at myself not as the principal, but the PRO of the school. So I go around here asking donations, participating in activities that will benefit my school. Now, as you can see, the school is having a soccer field. They are having athletic track. It's the only school here which with the athletic track. The soccer field and the athletic track was donated by lottery.
It was in 2009 when all schools were encouraged that there are funds available at the lottery, and that schools should apply for those funds so that they could be offered to assist the schools to meet some certain criteria and projects. And then as a school, we also applied for those funds, and we were fortunate enough, I could say, because we submitted the right documents at the right time, and then the application was approved.
And then we have the netball court, a combo one, that we can play netball, volleyball, and basketball in that one. And then we are also having the swimming pool, which was donated by Nashua.
It's just such a beautiful facilities that our learners' sporting activity abilities has improved, because we have sufficient space for practice, and there is a room for athletics as well. And then we went for competitions in Bloemfontein at Tamancho for athletics and soccer, and as a result, because of the improved facilities, we made some wonderful lots of winnings, and we have trophies as evidence in the office now.
Now I'm on my way. I'm looking for the school bus. Why? Because learners here are actively involved in many sporting codes, and usually they go as far as national. But we are struggling in terms of transport. Now I'm looking to that, and I'm definitely sure I'll have one or two people around here will help me. The Mutsipes, you know.
The computer lab actually is not a sponsorship, but it is an initiative from the department, and then where some certain schools have been elected using the criteria, because our school is well organized in terms of the submission of the necessary documents at the department. We submit on time. When you look at our results and from the results analysis, they are satisfactory. They are according to the expected provincial level. Maybe that is one of the criteria that is being used to be given such opportunities. And about 3 or 4 schools at Botshabelo, not all the schools have been given that opportunity. The computer room is intended for the maths lab, where the scarce subjects and those subjects that are traditionally regarded as difficult for learners, like mathematics and science, are going to be sorted out. To prevent damage to the systems, so we have decided to allocate an educator who would be responsible to conduct the lessons and to be able to manage the center as well. Safety is a very important and crucial matter at every school. As you read the newspapers, you listen from radios and televisions, learners are being attacked within the school premises by other learners or even by people that are not learners attending schools there. It is a very serious matter that we ensure safety of our learners and educators at schools and all the employees. And as a result, we have put a serious measure of safety and security, where during break, we don't allow learners to get out of the school premises unnoticed, without permission. During break, we have a timetable where teachers are allocated to watch children specifically on some certain days of the week. That's the weekly duties of each teacher, so that they are playing under supervision and controlled to prevent any negligence and hazards. Because if that could happen, then the school will be liable. But we also ensure that our buildings and the machinery and all the systems that work to support educating school are also safe. That is why we have installed cameras. Yes, we have a security company, and also we have the guards that are coming to guard the school during the night. If the school would knock off earlier than usual, we usually inform the parents a day before, so that they can prepare somebody at home who will be responsible for fetching the child from the school. To ensure that the young ones do not go at home all alone, they are groundsmen here at our school, and they are responsible for the closing and the opening of the gates, for the incoming cars and for the outgoing cars, and also for the people that has visited the school for one or other reasons. And in that way, they are also delegated and given the responsibility of ensuring that the young children, the foundation phase, learners grade R and grade 1s, do not leave the school on their own. Before we close in the current year for the December holidays, we give the older learners textbooks so that they could go and cover them at home. But before we do that, we have a meeting with the parents, where we inform the parents about that steps, so that the parents can facilitate the process and help the children to do so. Now for the young ones, the day before we open, they come to school and collect the textbooks and the stationery, so that they could also go and with the help of the parents and cover them, because it is only when they are covered that they will last. And these textbooks are very expensive. We cannot manage to buy the same textbook every year. We need to maintain those that we already have. And as a result, we have registers where teachers are checking whether the learner who has been issued with a particular textbook is still having that textbook at his disposal. If the learner's lost it, then the parents will be given the price of the textbook, and then will be given sufficient space and time to replace the textbook. I also want to emphasize that the quality of the life of the school does not lie in the salary of the educators, and it also does not lie in the size of the office of the principal, but it is found in the personal satisfaction at job.
Now here at my school, for the staff to be at their toes, I usually organize staff development for all the stakeholders in the school here. And then every time when the teachers submit what you call the PDP, Personal Development Plan, now I always go through them, all of them. Then I identify maybe the common problems they are having or obstacles, let's say. Then I organize, when I organize workshops, I organize workshops based on those information and help them in terms of their weak points. But at the same time, I appreciate their strong points. And then those who have strong points at certain areas, they help others. You know. I like what I'm doing. I like the community of the school. They support me all the way. They are behind me. Now I want to give the best to their children so that we can reduce maybe unemployment.